Hey everyone, welcome back. This is part 2 of the spiritual development program video. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm explaining a little bit more in depth what my program is about. Okay, so if you missed part 1, you can check out the replay on my Facebook page, The Spiritual Safe House, and it's also posted on my YouTube channel, The Spiritual Safe House. Okay, so my name's Laura and I am the founder of the Spiritual Safe House, and I thank you so much for being here with me. Okay, so the previous video we talked a little bit about month 1, and month 1 is all about getting clear on exactly what you want and how we can best bring spirituality into your life to get you exactly what you want. Okay, so like I said, if you want to go back and watch that video, you can watch it. You can watch the replay on my Facebook page, or you can check it out on YouTube. So the whole point of this is, I'll just generally recap again about my program. So what I want to do for you is I want to get you to a point where you feel comfortable bringing aspects of spirituality into your life so that you can create tranquility and peace every day. Okay, that's the whole point of this. So I know I talk a lot about, this different level of consciousness, and that's what this is. So bringing constant peace, constant love, constant tranquility into your life, that is reaching a level of 5D consciousness. Okay, so remember, 5D consciousness is what I just said, living a life of love, living a life of understanding and non-judgment to other people and to yourself. Okay, as opposed to 3D consciousness is living, in that negative and fearful, I can't change kind of mentality. 4D, meaning that you are, in this awakening stage, where you're really starting to see that there is a different way of living, and that you are more open to those things, you're noticing more negativity, and you're purposefully trying to make a change. Okay, and like I said, 5D, meaning that you're living in this, place of love and peace, tranquility, understanding, and non-judgment toward situations, people around you, and also towards yourself. Okay, so that's the goal that I want for you in my program. I want you to be able to reach that, reach that heightened sense of consciousness, that heightened sense of, spirituality, and that frequency, that vibration. That's what I want you to be able to reach. Okay, so moving on a little bit into month 2. So month 2 is all about noticing if you are your worst enemy. Okay, so I bet you a lot of people can say that they are. I know, myself included, and this takes a lot to work on this. But gaining insights about yourself is the number one way that you're going to be able to, take this over and to not be your worst enemy. So part of this also is really about taking responsibility, okay? Because you are the only one that really holds the key to being able to, change your life and transform your life. But you have to be willing to, look at those things that maybe, aren't so pretty, and, say that I have to take responsibility for this because it's the only way that I'm going to be able to change what's going on with me, okay? So that really is a big, big part of this. So during month 2, after we've gotten, very crystal clear about what you want, your priorities, and we're going to set some goals for you and bring some other things in as well. Once we've done that, now we're going to move on to, seeing what's going on with you, specifically, like what's holding you back from reaching your goals. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to look at are your limiting beliefs. Okay, and during this 12 weeks, I'm going to be giving you homework that we're going to be going over very specifically with one another, so we can see these things. So what are limiting beliefs? Limiting beliefs are things that you believe about yourself that may or may not be true, that are holding you back from reaching your full potential. Okay, so sometimes, and we can even bring these limiting beliefs in from our childhood. These aren't just things that we have as adults. So limiting beliefs, things that you believe about yourself that may or may not be true, that are holding you back from reaching your full potential. They're not allowing you to get where you want to be in life. Okay, so this part is really important because I am going to challenge you to see how true these beliefs actually are. And a lot of the time, they're completely false. They're completely false. So you might have a limiting belief about yourself, or, let's just say if you don't even know it's limiting you yet, you might have this belief about yourself. And once we really dig deeper and challenge that belief, you'll see that you don't really have much evidence to support it. Okay? Or you could be, making this negative self-fulfilling prophecy. And, that's why you're continuing to manifest things in your life that are supporting this negative belief. Because, when you believe something so truly, you're giving those strong emotions out. And whatever you're giving out, that's what you're getting back. Okay, so sometimes that can be what's happening. All right, it's this negative self-fulfilling prophecy around these negative beliefs that you believe about yourself, and it's completely holding you back from getting where you want to be in life. So that's what we're going to focus on at the start of month 2. Okay, that's exactly what we're going to focus on. How we can identify these beliefs, challenge them so you can see that they're really not true. And, I will help you to, change your thinking on these beliefs. Okay, so you don't have to think that way. Okay, you have the choice to believe whatever you want to believe about yourself. But if you really want to make a positive transformation in your life, this is going to be the first step. Okay, believing something new and positive about yourself. That's going to be the first step. So that's what we're going to do right at the beginning. That's going to be week 5. Okay, so right when we start month 2. All right, so after that, we're going to look at what your values are. Okay, and this one kind of goes back to what your priorities are. When we talk about in month 1, we're going to talk about spiritual priorities, what's important to you, what you want to focus more on in your life in each of the areas. That's what we're going to look at. So when we look at your values, what is really, really important to you? And our values are going to be changing all the time. So our values kind of fluctuate, in regards to what we are experiencing every day. But I really do believe that everybody has, some core values that really stick with you throughout your entire life. Okay, certain things are just so important to you that no matter what happens, that value can't be broken. That just won't shake inside of you. Okay, so we're going to look at those things, and through finding out what maybe the top 5 or 10 most important values you have within yourself, and how that plays out with your limiting beliefs. Okay, because it's very interesting sometimes to see how much they can conflict. Okay, so you're saying that these things are very valuable, but what you believe about yourself isn't allowing those values to shine through in your life. Okay, so we're going to take a look at both of those things and see how we can, put them on a straighter path so that you are actually following through with what is really important to you. Okay, so that will be week 6. Now, week 7, this is also going to go back to what we talked about with the chakras and getting to know the energy in your body, and also the mindfulness piece, what's going on with you in the moment, and, how can you practice being, non-judgmental to yourself, even if you are having some negative feelings. So next we're going to look at energy awareness, and we're going to do a body scan. So this is a meditation piece, and I'll go a little bit deeper. Obviously when you're in the program, I'll talk to you a little bit deeper about exactly what that is, this body scan. And so energy awareness, and why is that important? So like I said before with the chakras, it's important to, to kind of gauge where you are energetically, because that can help you to figure out what's going on with you emotionally and physically. So I know some people in some of the groups that I'm in on Facebook, people say that they're very aware of energy. They can feel other people's energy. They're very in tune with their own energy. But sometimes people say they can really pick up on other people's energy, but they're not so in tune with what's going on with themselves. Okay, so we're going to focus on that, and we're going to work on that a little bit. And, it will help you to get, get more in tune with what's going on with yourself and what you need. Okay, and once again, this is to come from a place of non-judgment. So if your energy is like kind of feeling like really mucky and you're not really feeling great, that's still good to be aware of. Okay, and I will teach you ways that you can be aware of that and what you can do to raise your vibration to, to a more healthy place. Once again, to get to that place of, peace and love and tranquility, that 5D consciousness. Okay, so that's what we're going to work on there. Lastly, in month 2, we're going to focus on gratitude. Now, I think, especially with a lot of things that people talk about regarding spirituality, gratitude comes up a lot. And I really do think that this can be one thing that can change your mood instantly. At least I know it does with me. You really, really can change your mood instantly with this. So, but once again, this is all about purposefully making a change, okay? Because now, if you are in a negative situation where somebody's really frustrating you, the first thing that pops to your mind is probably not going to be, okay, what am I grateful for? It's not going to be the initial first thing that you think of. But the more you practice this, the more you get yourself used to, saying, okay, I'm feeling frustrated, being mindful about what else is going on with you. I'm making a conscious choice to choose something different in the situation, okay? And the more you do that, the more your brain will get used to doing that, and the easier it will become to say in those those negative situations, okay, what can I do to change this? Okay, what can I do to bring more balance into my life? Right? And practicing gratitude, or thinking about something that you're grateful for, thinking about something you can gain from a negative situation, those types of things are all ways that you will be able to bring gratitude in, bring love in, bring peace in during those hard times. Okay? Now, like I said, when you're first practicing this, try your best to not get down on yourself if it takes a little while for you to get used to this, okay? Because this is a completely different way of thinking, okay? And it's a completely different way that you are going to be training your brain, right? So, but like I keep saying, the more you practice it, the easier it will become, okay? Almost like a habit, right? So you want to train yourself how to have a different habit. You want to train yourself how to have a different way of thinking, a more positive way of thinking, okay? So that's what we're going to be talking about during month 2. Once again, we're going to go over your limiting beliefs. What are some things that are really holding you back that probably aren't even really true in your life, okay? With that said, what are your values? What's important to you? And how can we merge your values and new beliefs about yourself so that you are being more congruent with what you really do believe about yourself, okay? And what you really, the standards that you really want to have for yourself and for your life, okay? So we're going to merge those two. Next, we're going to work on energy awareness and being, completely aware of what's going on in our body. And, if something is off, what can we do to raise that vibration up and to release that negativity, okay? And lastly, about gratitude, how you can bring gratitude into your life on a daily basis, to be able to calm yourself in difficult situations. And gratitude alone will help to raise your vibration. Okay, so even if you do feel that your energy is a little bit mucky, you can use gratitude to raise your vibration and to really get back to the place that you want to be. Okay, so once again, this program is really all about bringing spirituality in so that you can have peace and love and tranquility in your life. Okay, and when you are faced with challenges and negative or difficult situations, what can you do to feel confident in yourself, to be able to keep that, that peaceful state, physically, mentally, emotionally, all of these things. What can you do to keep that, peaceful state during these difficult times? Okay? So it's really just about bringing spirituality in to get yourself in a place of being less reactive and more understanding to what's going on with, with your life. Okay. All right. So, like I said, this is part 2. If you want to watch part 1, you can check it out on my Facebook page, The Spiritual Safe House, or on my YouTube channel, The Spiritual Safe House. And if you have any questions about this, or, the previous month that we talked about, I would love to answer any questions. And if you're ready to hop on board with the program, you can email me at thespiritualsafehouse.com. All right. I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.